down and documenting scoring and whatnot, but his first trip back into the gymnasium. Of course, he was in high school up in the Columbus area, and actually right in the middle of Columbus, to be honest. And just a help to me, and I appreciate it, so I can concentrate on improving the broadcast for you. We're going to go ahead and turn things over to the public address announcer, who's going to get us through the national anthem, then the starting lineups, and we'll come back with the play-by-play here. Let's turn things over now to the pep band, who will be playing things here in just about 30 seconds or so.
Respect for all who have served our country to defend our freedoms, you're invited to stand and sing our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
The pep band with the national anthem here on the NR Lions Sports Network as we get set for the third game of the afternoon, as we have got the pipes all taken care of. Thanks again to the athletic department getting me all set up here and enjoying the broadcast today as the Lions look to improve their record to 6-7 on the season with a win. Starters once again for Bethel: Carter Moss, Owen Murray, Griffin Davis, Talon Armacrost, and Dylan Alder. For New Richmond: Brady Young, Trey Sininger, Preston Dykes, Anthony Wolf, and Grant Hess. Coach told me expect a lot of three-pointers tonight because that is what this team likes to shoot. That being Bethel, of course. Something the Lions will have to work on and defend well.
Senior number 23, Dylan Alder.
Leading scorer for Bethel Tate. Let me get my right score sheet opened up here.
Now for the starting five for your New Richmond Lions.
Leading scorer for Bethel is Griffin Davis, 16.6 a game. Carter Moss, 13.3. Owen Murray, 13.3. Talon Armacost, 7.4, and Dylan Alder, 4.7. Oh, actually, boy, Coach Cohen Manning starting tonight. I had thought it was going to be a little bit wrong there. I thought it was going to be Brady Young, but Brady will be coming off the bench tonight, so Cohen Manning back in the starting lineup. That's good to see for the senior. Preston Dykes averaging, what do I got Preston at rebound-wise? 10.5 boards per game. 10.5 for the senior, which is just remarkable, honestly. That's getting it done. He's going to be jumping up against Griffin Davis. Griffin looks like maybe to have an inch on Preston. Just a bit taller. Falls up in the air. It's tipped. Preston Dykes cannot control it. Griffin Davis does, and Bethel will start things off with the basketball. Owen Murray in the front court. Passes to Carter Moss. He bounces high post to Armacost. Hands off to Griffin Davis. Nice pump fake in the lane. Little left-hand shot. Falls down. Griffin Davis with the first 2 points of the ball game. Bethel will pick up 1-2-2 full court zone press. Trace Singer has the ball in the front court for New Richmond as they'll settle back into what is a 1-2-2 zone. Cohen Manning now will set things up for the Lions working against zone tonight. Wolf with it, right sideline rather. Right corner is Hess to Trey Singer at the right point. Trey will come back out into the jump circle, get to Manning. Left corner, Dylan Wolf. Back to Trey Singer, left wing. Manning in the left corner. Tries to pass to Singer. Pass is tipped and stolen. Pass ahead to Murray to the basket, and he gets the lay-in for two to make it 4-0.
Basket number 2, Owen Murray.
Manning to Trey Singer in the backcourt. Trey double teamed. Got to get the ball in the front court. And a timeout's going to be taken by New Richmond. Let's see if it's be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Have to work on the press break there at the 6:50 mark. Lions down 4-0. Pat Band down to my right. My mic is pointing that way, so I apologize if it sounds a little bit loud. Go ahead and turn the crowd mic down just a bit so it's not quite so difficult on the ears. Bethel plays this zone from the freshman to the JV all the way up to the varsity level, and took the JV a little bit of time to figure out how to attack it and see how long it takes the varsity squad to get this figured out. Wolf will inbound. Trey Singer in the backcourt awaiting the pass. And he gets it with 6:50 left on the first quarter clock. This is more like a 2-3. Trey Singer in between the circles. Bounces to high post to Manning. Left sideline to Grant Hess. Back to Manning. Bounces to Singer. Right wing. Wolf open for three. That's an air ball. Grant Hess with the putback from the left block. Weak side rebound. First 2 points of the night for the Lions, leading score at 19.7 points a game. This does not include last night. Did not get updated stats from last night. Griffin Davis going to take a long three. It's a little bit strong. Preston, the rebounding machine, Dykes, gets the rebound. Lions look to tie or get a lead. Grant Hess left sideline, left corner to Wolf. Back to Hess, free throw line extended left side. Trey Singer, high post, dribbles back out top. Manning to Dykes right baseline. Dykes cross-court pass to Grant Hess for three. That's a bit strong, and Dykes is going to be called for a push-off. Push Griffin Davis in the back. That's my personal foul column is right here. At the 5:50 mark, it's 4-2 Bethel Tate. Owen Murray across the timeline, checked by Grant Hess. Bethel looking to run their offense for the second time. Armacost tries to bounce to Griffin Davis, but it's right in the hands of Wolf. Wolf, little Euro step to the rim, misses the shot. Had Grant Hess on his right, but kept it himself. Bethel comes the other way. Owen Murray to Davis. Moss left sideline working against Trey Singer. Back to Armacost against Wolf. Picks up his dribble. Passes to Moss on the sideline. And they'll set the offense back up again. Armacost. Passes to Moss. He's going to take a three as Armacost. That's an air ball. Preston Dykes has the rebound again. Preston dribbling into the front court, taking it straight to the rim. Misses a layup. Got going just a bit too fast and couldn't slow down enough to put the touch on the ball. 4-2, 4:47 left in the first quarter. Bethel has the ball in the hands of Dylan Alder. Hands off to Griffin Davis. Bounces it to Moss, and he bears about a 5 to 10 footer from about halfway up the right lane line. 4:28 left in the quarter, and Richmond trailing 4-2. Here's a nice pass to Wolf in the paint. Turnaround jump shot. It's strong. Griffin Davis the rebound for Bethel. Into the lane with a little bit of a push off. Bringing back out is Murray. Cross-court pass, gives it up to Alder. Alder down the right side of the paint. Big Euro step. Shot blocked by Preston Dykes. Ahead to Grant Hess. Grant likes taking it to the rim, and he does for the lay-in. Makes it 6-4. 3:57 left in the first. Lions down by the deuce. Owen Murray slowly into the front court, passes it up to Alder. To Murray. Armacost, free throw line extended left side. Griffin Davis left block. Pump fake into the lane. Left-hander, no. Rebound pulled down by Alder on the weak side. He's fouled on the follow and will shoot a couple.
Fouls on Richmond, number 5, Preston Dykes. Second personal, second team foul.
Preston's second foul. He's probably going to come out of the game. Alder to shoot 2. First free throw. Good. Brady Young in, Preston Dykes out. So Brady more of a wing player than post, even at his height at 6'4". 7-4 is your score. 3:32 left in the opening quarter. Second free throw's got a little bit of a side spin on it, but goes down. Broomfield in, and taking a seat is Alder. 1-2-2, about three-quarter court full of zone press. Brady Young in the front court with the ball. Double teamed. Steps through the double team. Tries to throw it to Grant Hess on the baseline. It's stolen. Griffin Davis. Pass ahead to Murray for the lay-in. Owen Murray for 2. Makes it 10-4. Lions down by a 6 spot. Caleb Creech set the check in. Grant Hess on the left sideline. Top side to Manning. To Brady on the right block. He's going to be called for a charge. That was a Flopposaurus Rex move there, right there by Alder. Guy gives up about, Brady Young gives up probably 30 pounds to this young man. He just flops to the ground like he got run over by Godzilla. Broomfield inbound, he does too. Owen Murray. 10-4, 2:57 remaining in the opening quarter. Lions down by 6. Left sideline with the ball is Broomfield. Into the lane. Shots blocked away by Brady Young. Griffin Davis. Checked by Cohen Manning. No call for the chicken wing he was presenting. Armacost hands it back to Davis. Inside the arc right side, takes a long 2 and rattles it in to make it 12-4. Lions down by an 8 spot. Starting slowly offensively. Grant Hess. Up the right sideline, weaving through traffic, and he's going to be called, actually fouled. Lions had 3 team fouls. This will be Bethel's first. Foul was on Talon Armacost. Cohen Manning inbound right side of the bucket. Inbound pass goes to Wolf in the lane outside the arc to Creech left side. Doesn't take the 3. Creech back to Hess. Hess to Brady Young. 2:10 left in the first quarter. Brady Young. Right sideline to Manning. Manning to Wolf, top of the key. He'll back up. Almost like a boxing 1 there on Wolf. Brady Young to Wolf left side. And then pass to Brady Young goes off his hands, taking it the other way and getting fouled on the drive is Owen Murray. Creech with the foul call, 14 foul, and that'll be 2 shots. We're going to say baseline, not free throws. Murray thought he was getting free throws. Not so. Trey Singer back and Wolf back. Or actually, Manning's going to take a step out. Wolf in. 12-4. Tigers lead, inbounding the ball from the right side of the bucket. They'll set up the offense. Murray has it to Griffin Davis, right block, back outside the arc to Moss. 1:37 left in the first quarter. Griffin Davis checked by Grant Hess. Picks up his dribble. Back outside the arc to Armacost. On the baseline with it is Alder. Being very patient, Griffin Davis with a nice pump fake into the lane. Short jumper, and it is short. Rebound on the ground, and a foul going to be called on the Lions. It's either going to be Creechster or Brady Young. We'll check who the call is going to be against. It's 12-4 with 1:17 left in the first quarter. It's on Caleb. 15 foul, so Bethel's going to shoot. Always like it when the Richmond has 5 fouls and they Opponent has one. A little bit out of balance there. Dylan Alder at the free throw line to shoot two. Rattles another one in. Makes it 13-4. Checking into the game for the first time is Jack Ladd, a senior. Second free throw. High arc. Rattles out. Caleb Creech with the board. Passes to Brady Young. Lions got to attack this zone better. Grant has it top of the key. Right sideline. Wolf wide open for three. And he converts to make it 13-7. 6-point lead for Bethel. 1 minute left in the quarter. Nice offense that time. Wolf wide open. Silky smooth jump shot makes it 13-7. Bethel has the ball in the hands of Carter Moss into the lane to the basket. Layup doesn't go down. They get the rebound. Shots blocked by Brady Young. He has it knocked out of his hands, but stepping on the baseline is going to be Dylan Alder, and that'll be a turnover to New Richmond. Down by 6 with 39.5 seconds left in the quarter. Trey Sandra has the ball to run the offense for New Richmond. Passes to Brady Young, still in the backcourt. Cross-court pass to Singer's tipped and stolen. That was a sloppy pass. Here's a little short jump shot that goes in from Owen Murray. That was sloppy ball handling there by New Richmond. Trey Sininger. Aggressive defense there. The no foul call with 15 seconds left, and the Lions turn it over. Turnovers hurt them last night, hurting them tonight. 15-7. Lions trail by 8. 8 seconds left. Griffin Davis. Bounce pass to Alder. Spinning in the lane. How's that not a travel? Finally call it with 2 seconds left in the quarter. 15-7 is your score. Manning back in. Young to the sideline. Only 2 seconds to get a shot off, so Grant Hess has it. Half-court shot. Off the rim, off the iron, and no good. Lions will go to the second quarter, trailing 15-7 to Bethel. Back in a minute on the NR Lions Sports Network.
I'll never forget the day I decided to go out for the football team. Mr. Banks, the JV football coach and my history teacher, asked me to stay after class. I thought I was in trouble. He said, "Hey, Darius, have you thought about going out for football? I think you'd be great." Fact is, I never played football. Fact is, I never had anyone tell me I'd be great at something. So, with no experience at all, I signed up. And a week later, I padded up and was running drills on the field. I never was great, but playing high school sports was one of the greatest experiences of my life. I was accepted by my teammates, and I learned that when someone believes in you, you can believe in yourself.
Encourage a student you know to take part in a high school sport. This message presented by the OHSAA and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back for the second quarter. The Pep Band in full throat as they have been since tip. Lions down. 15-7. They'll have the ball to start the second quarter. Starters out on the court with the lone exception of Caleb Creech in for Preston Dykes, who has 2 fouls. Trey Sininger in between the rings. Passes to Manning, right wing. Cohen up against the sideline. Gets to Sininger in between the circles once again. Grant Hess left sideline. Doesn't take the 3 ball. Bounces to Trey Sininger. Back to Grant Hess. He'll take an open 3, but just a bit short. Rebound to Owen Murray for Bethel. Passes to Carter Moss. Pass out top is tipped and stolen by Cohen Manning. It's 1-on-4. Cohen to the basket. Misses the shot. Grant Hess there with the follow and the lay-in to make it 15-9. 6-point lead for the Bethel Tate Tigers. Lions keeping in the man-to-man defense. Murray running the show. Passes to Armacost. He passes to Murray and passes right back to Armacost. Now Carter Moss has it at the left point. Picks up his dribble. Needs some help. Passes high post to Griffin Davis. Not sure what happened. Okay, 30-second timeout taken by Bethel. We'll keep it right here. That was surprising because I didn't see the coach call for it, but that is what it is called. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule again for New Richmond. Mount Healthy on Monday night, 7:30 a game we'll have for you. Then Lockland Tuesday night at home, and then Batavia. Friday night we'll have a boys-girls doubleheader. Friday night, girls at 6 o'clock, boys at 7:30. Both games here, 2 separate broadcasts. It just makes it easier for me to split them up that way on the Inter Alliance Sports Network. 6:53 remaining in the opening half. Good to see on the sidelines tonight Ryan Keith, who was injured early in camp and still recovering, and hopeful that he'll be able to rejoin the team, but no detailed information on that. Griffin Davis on the left sideline. His pass is tipped by Creech right in the hands of Grant Hess. Grant gives it to Trey Singer, left corner three, rattles out. Wolf with the rebound, and he has it stripped out of his hands. Bethel Tate with the turnover. Trey had a wide open look that time, just wouldn't fall. Pump fake and a drive and hitting Griffin Davis, and he can't handle the pass. Caleb Creech is going to take it to the rim. Caleb with a nice pump fake and lays it in as the defender flies by. That makes it 15-11, 6:13 left in the half. Nice defense. Lions turning up the heat here now. Going zone themselves. Caleb Creech at the point of what looks to be maybe a 1-3-1. Interesting. Here's a long three by Bethel that is short from Carter Moss. Griffin Davis with the rebound and able to get it to go down over Grant Hess. 17-11, 6-point deficit for the Lions. Manning to Sininger. Bounces to Manning cross court. Manning across the timeline. Picks up his dribble, gets it to Creech, right corner. Caleb takes a wide open three that's long by about 3 feet. Griffin Davis with a nice fast break for the lay-in to make it 19-11. Preston Dykes set the check back in. Coaches told me that Caleb does not lack for confidence. Manning to Wolf. Top of the key. Singer left sideline. Free throw line extended. Back to Wolf, who was not expecting it. Tries to save it in, but right to a Bethel. He was in the backcourt. Had to save it. There's a nice 1-on-2 or 2-on-1 fast break, and that's leads to a lay-in for New Richmond. They're going to be down by 10. That was Moss to Murray. Nice little fast break, and the Lions find themselves from down 5 to down 10. We'll take a timeout. Lions trail here 21-11 on the Inter Alliance Sports Network.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the OHSAA, are the 339,000 high school sports students in Ohio. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, soccer and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, administrators, and officials. We stand for the swimmers, football players, and wrestlers. We stand for the golfers, softball, and volleyball players. We stand as the national leader and advocate.
Have to cut that short as we get back to action here. Lions down by 10 after a couple of turnovers and find themselves down 21-11 to Bethel. Freshman and JV win. Want the varsity to do the same tonight. Preston Dykes back in, passes to Grant Hess. He'll drive into the lane, ball stripped out of his hands, and it'll be New Richmond ball at the 4:50 mark. Killen Manning to inbound, just right of the bucket. Inbound to Grant Hess. Shoots a quick three. It's short, but Manning gets a weak side board. Passes to Dykes on the baseline right side, and he's going to be hacked on the drive to the basket. It will not be a shooting foul, but checking back in for Bethel is Lyndon Brumfield. Taking a seat is Talon Armacost, excuse me. Manning to inbound once again to Dykes in the right corner to Brady Young, who's checked in. Grant Hess, right sideline, back to Brady. High post Preston Dykes, free throw line. Wolf left corner, he's open for three. Short, rebound on the court. Bethel comes away with it in the person of Moss. races into front court, hits a cutter to the basket, and the layup goes down. I believe that was Armacost. Make that as rather that was Dylan Alder was the basket. Lions down by a 12 spot. Struggling offensively against the zone, not attacking it well. Brady Young near the center circle, gets it to Wolf, right sideline. Bounces to Dykes on the right block, and it's a poor pass, and there's another turnover. Taking it to the basket and getting a shot blocked is Murray, but it'll be off near Richmond. Trey Singer will come in, and Caleb Creech will come in. Grant Hess going to get a break, and Main's going to get a break. First time I believe Grant has taken a seat tonight. Lions down 23-11, struggling on the offensive side. Here's a right corner three off the side of the rim, but Griffin Davis comes up with the board for Bethel. He has the ball at the right elbow. Quick turn, quick shoot, quick basket. Leading scorer for Bethel, averaging 16.6, makes it 25-11. Lions more than doubled up, now down 14. Creech right sideline. Has his pocket pick. There's a turnover. Griffin Davis. Turnovers coming back to hurt near Richmond again. Murray has it on the right sideline. Ball is being swung around the New Richmond 1-2, well, looks like a 2-3 zone. Now the Lions will pick up man. Griffin Davis, a little touch pass to Broomfield on the left sideline. He passes to Murray, who's called for a travel as he drives to the bucket. Hunter Ashley going to check in for New Richmond, first time tonight. And also we're going to have Damian Cloyd check in as well, senior. Wolf going to take a seat. Preston Dykes, Sininger, Cloyd, Brady Young, and Hunter Ashley with four starters getting a break now for New Richmond. Down 14, 25-11. Cloyd with the ball in the backcourt. Bounces it to Brady Young. Brady double teamed on the right side, but able to dribble out. High post to Sininger. Takes it in the lane, high off the glass, was this a high arcing shot that goes down? I thought it was going to go off the glass, but it did not. 25-13, Lions down by 12. Armacost to Moss. They swing it around in the left corner to Brumfield, double teamed. Pass to Griffin Davis on the right block, back outside the arc to Moss's three, ball is good. Moss averaging 13.3 and shooting about 47% from three land. You just can't leave him that open. Trey Sininger, double teamed out top, and he steps on the mid-court stripes. That'll be over and back. Again, another unforced error. They double team right when you cross the timeline. You can't do this, can't walk across and pick up your dribble. You either have to attack or pass it over the top. 28-13 is your score, 15-point deficit for the Lions against the Bethel team with a 10-5 record, 11-5 rather, 8-2 in conference play. They're on the other side, national. 2 minutes, 7 seconds left in the first half. Left corner three ball off the wrist of Brumfield. It's a little bit short. Preston Dykes with the rebound. Preston into the front court. Passes on the baseline to Cloyd, who can't handle it. Goes out of bounds off of his hands. Another unforced error, not even get a shot to the glass. Wolf set to check in at the next dead ball. Both teams played last night, so coach trying to get his Lions a break here in the first half. Griffin Davis, Moss, and Carter playing toss at the side of the zones here, around the zone here, from right to left. Owen Murray to Griffin Davis, back to Murray. Moss right side. Never mentioned how much we need a shot clock in high school. Griffin Davis passes high post to a man who hits a cutting Armacost and has a shot swatted away by Preston Dykes. And Cloyd loses the ball, goes out of bounds. Lucky that it stays with New Richmond. But that was a nice pass from Alder to a cutting Murray. Preston Dykes with the block. Now Preston will take a seat. Don't want to get that third foul in the first half. Inbound pass comes to Trey Singer. Lions down by 15, 28-13. Outscored here in the second quarter significantly. Brady Young left sideline. Bounces to Wolf left block. Top of the key is Singer. He's open for a three ball. That's strong. Rebound pulled down by Carter Moss. Outlet pass to Griffin Davis, bounces ahead to Murray for the lay-in, and good. Boy, Bethel gets the ball out quickly and leads by 17, 30-13. Lions being outplayed in the first half. Wolf has on left sideline to Cloyd. Into the paint, pump fake, back outside to Sininger. He takes a couple of dribbles inside the arc and misses a long two. 32 seconds left, and the rebound's pulled down by Carter Moss for Bethel. 30-13. Lions have struggled to find any baskets here in the second quarter. Griffin Davis to Moss. Back to Davis. Lions not even attacking here defensively. 10 seconds left in the half. Griffin Davis with 7 seconds left. To Murray. Moss on the left baseline. 3 ball. Is that a 2 or 3-2 ball as the clock expires? And that'll make it 32-13. Lions down by 19 going to the half. Not a good second quarter for New Richmond. We'll take an extended timeout, come back with the scoring for you as the Lions trail at the half, 32-13 on the NR Lions Sports Network.
The Ohio High School Athletic Association is about so much more than tournaments and state championships. The OHSAA is committed to being the leader in education-based sports in Ohio. That means that school sports are an extension of the classroom, where values like teamwork, character, sacrifice, sportsmanship, and discipline are taught right along with the playbook. Almost 400,000 young people in Ohio put on their school's uniform every year. We call them student athletes, and most importantly, we call them future leaders of our state and our country. This is the OHSAA, Educate Through Sports. The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
Back at the half here at New Richmond High School, Lions with a performance I'm sure they won't want to remember. They got outscored 17-4 in the second quarter. That's 17-4 and trail at the half by a score of 32-13 as they've really struggled to solve this zone presented by Bethel Tate. Hall of Fame inductions happening right now as they are being introduced, so expect an extended halftime here, but let's take a look at the individual scoring for New Richmond. Not much, unfortunately, when you've only scored 13 points. Grant Haas had 6 points in the first quarter. Anthony Wolf had 3 points in the first quarter. That's 6 and 3. 2 points from Sininger and 2 points from Caleb Creech, and that totals up 13. Bethel got 12 points from Griffin Davis, 7 points from Carter Moss, 8 points from Owen Murray, and 5 points from Dylan Alder to total 32. As they really played well offensively, and the defense in Richmond could not solve that zone defense. And that's going to be job one here in the second half, as they're down by 19 at the half. We'll take a timeout. I'm not really honestly sure how much longer halftime is going to go. It says 3 minutes, but I just don't know exactly what we got here. I do have a Greg Hawkins sighting. Part of the existing Richmond Hall of Fame. So we'll take a timeout, come back with more activity here on the 4-minute halftime show for you on the NR Lion Sports Network. Still doing the introductions into the Hall of Fame. So again, I'm not 100% sure exactly where we are at as far as the half goes. Time at the half, 32-13 to score. Lions struggle to solve this zone defense put together by Bethel Tate. Reminder, they got Mount Healthy coming up Monday night at 7:30 p.m. We'll have that game for you. Then Laughlin Tuesday night, back home against Batavia on Friday night. Go ahead and listen in a little bit on the Hall of Fame introductions.
Honorable mention. A standout baseball player for the Mighty Lions. Chris was voted first team SBAC. It was named Cincinnati Enquirer honorable mention both his freshman and junior years. As a senior, Chris was voted first team SBAC and first team Cincinnati Enquirer All-Star. At the time of his graduation, Chris held the school record for some of the records include all-time hits, run scored, doubles, stolen bases, and total bases. After his graduation from New Richmond, Chris attended Mount St. Joe University, earning a master's degree in education and a second license in special education. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Kilgore. Next up, Jim Robinson. A 1975 graduate of Miamisburg High School, where he was a member of the 1974 District Championship and 75 District runner-up baseball teams. Jim Robinson began his professional career in 1979 at Dayton Jefferson High School, coaching basketball and track. 1982, Jim moved south to New Richmond, where his storied, successful 40-year teaching and coaching legacy began right here at New Richmond High School. During his time at New Richmond, Jim was a beloved and dedicated coach, investing his time and talent in freshman football, JV basketball, and varsity baseball. As varsity baseball coach for 9 years, from 1985 to 93, Jim led the Mighty Lions to a district championship in 1985, regional runner-up in 91, and district runner-up in 93. Winning 17 postseason career games, Jim was voted 3 times CCL and SBAC Coach of the Year. In 1985 and 91, Jim was selected All-City Coach of the Year, selected to coach the All-Ohio Series in 1985. In 1989, Jim was voted by his peers to coach the Cincinnati East-West game at Riverfront Stadium, and in 1990, he was elected president of the Southwest Ohio Baseball Coaches Association. Over the course of his coaching career in New Richmond, Jim coached 6 All-State baseball players. Jim's expertise, success, and positive rapport in coaching student athletes reached beyond the arenas of sport. For 21 years, Jim served New Richmond High School Student Council Advisor, and he served as yearbook advisor for 35 years. Jim Robinson is a 1979 graduate of Eastern Kentucky University. He earned a master's degree from Xavier University in 84. Jim and his wife, Galen, are the proud parents of daughters Jessica, Rebecca, Aaron, and 7 grandchildren. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Robinson. Ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause for all
Hall of Fame introductions completed here at the high school, and we'll go ahead and take a quick timeout. We'll come back, and I think we're going to have about 3 minutes or so left before we tip in the second half. Lions down
our Hall of Fame members.
32-13. Yes, 3 broadcasters, quite a bit, but I've enjoyed it today. Hopefully the Lions will play better in the second half so they can get back into this ball game, trailing by 19 as we take this quick timeout on the NR Lions Sports Network. Getting set for the second half on the NR Lions Sports Network. Again, not 100% sure how much time we have left before the second half commences. I'm going to guess about 3 minutes or so. Bethel Tate coming back out onto the court. Lions huddled up around Coach. Getting ready for half number 2 as well. Again, a reminder, we'll have broadcast for you Monday night at 7:20 or so as we'll get ready for Mount Healthy coming across town to do that game. They had intended to do this, but Snowmageddon set in there on the 5th and 6th, and took us a while to get that game scheduled and made back up, and that is what is going on. Taking a look, by the way, at rebounders, I was just curious. Taking a look at some of the leaders in the conference, see how New Richmond stands. Connor Yeager at Claremont Northeastern, 68 offensive rebounds, 178 defensive, averaging 18.9 rebounds per game. Preston, our own Preston Dykes, 10.5 rebounds a game. So he's in the top 5 of rebounding. We'll see if we have any New Richmond leaders in assists per ball game. Preston Dykes with 3.6 assists per game for the post player. Blocks, we've got Anthony Wolf with 1.1 and Brady Young with 1.7. And I remember how good Connor Yeager was offensively as well. Looks like both teams are going to go ahead and get the balls out. We're going to tip off in about 2 minutes and 13 seconds, as I think there's a Hall of Fame banquet of some sort coming up afterwards. I'll be shagging on out of here. Not much Mitch Man as far as like being this elite player when I was in high school, but I certainly did have fun at times. I got to do athletics here at New Richmond High School way back machine. So we'll take another quick timeout, come back with second half action. Lions down big 32-13 on the NR Lions Sports Network.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that with the proper equipment, education, conditioning, and coaching, high school sports here in Ohio are safer than ever before. And that's something I really love.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
About a minute or so before we get back to action here on the NR Lions Sports Network. Thanks for joining me on a Saturday afternoon and now into early evening. Lions really struggled in the second quarter, only scoring 4 points. Bethel dropping down, I think it was 17. It was 17-4 outscored in the second quarter. And you go to the second half trailing by 19. The only thing you really want to try to do is get yourself back into single digits heading into the fourth quarter. So that'll be job one for the Lions as they get set. See, they do not have the ball to start the second half. It will be Bethel who has it to start the second half. Starting 5 out on the court for New Richmond: Manning, Sininger, Grant Hess, Preston Dykes, and Mr. Wolf. Looks like Bethel has their same starting 5 on the court as well. Pretty guard-heavy team that played well in half number 1. Obviously, you can tell that when you're up 32-13. With the ball at the top of the key is Armacost. On the block with his Murray outside the arc to Armacost. Back to Griffin Davis. Bethel in a stall offense already. That's okay. Griffin Davis to the rim, has a shot blocked by Grant Hess, and the Richmond with a quick turnover. That was a pretty good play there by Grant. Manning to Grant Hess on the right sideline, back to Manning. Pass to Dylan Wolf was tipped right into the Lion bench. 7:21 remaining in the third quarter. Lions down by 19. Wolf to Manning. To Sininger in the jump circle, back to Cohen Manning. To Trey. Right sideline, Anthony Wolf. Passes to Cohen Manning. Grant Hess left sideline. Lions being more than patient, working around this zone defense. Sininger to Cohen Manning. Grant Hess, high post. Grant in the lane. The ball is stripped out of his hands, and that's a turnover. Unable to get a shot up in the first possession of the second half. Bethel with the ball. Griffin Davis to Armacost in the left corner. Back to Griffin Davis, top of the key. Moss bounces to Alder, to the basket, misses the layup. Wolf with the rebound. Minute and a half gone in the second half. No scoring so far. Preston Dykes to Cohen Manning. Trey Sininger has it left sideline. Back to Manning. Grant Hess, right wing, in the paint to Preston Dykes. Bounces on the baseline to Wolf. Back to Hess outside the arc. Sininger to Manning. Preston Dykes left block goes up and makes it from about 3 or 4 feet away to make it 32-15. Lions cut the lead to 17. Still a lot of work to do with 5:48 left in the quarter. Moss to Murray to Davis at the free throw line. Backs outside the arc. Grant Hess defending. Davis with about a 10-footer. Rattles out. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Say off of Grant Hess. I thought that was off of Carter Moss. But they'll say no. Inbounding the ball will be Owen Murray, the sophomore. Murray waiting for someone to break open and gets it to Moss. Moss down the left side of the lane. Checked by Trey Sandra. Gets back to Grant Davis. To Murray on the block. Back to Davis for a mid-range jump shot. A little bit strong. Another rebound for Bethel. Lions not able to get glass on the board and get on the board. And Preston Dykes swats a shot by Dylan Alder out of bounds. 5:20 left in the quarter. 32-15. Inbound pass in the paint to Griffin Davis. Spins back to the baseline. Shot up and in. Pretty well executed inbound play. Manning bounces to Sininger up the right sideline to Dylan Wolf. 34-15. Manning to Hess in the paint, and a block's going to be called. Dylan Alder, I am a big believer in instituting a flop rule at the high school level as well. Dylan Alder flopping to the ground like it was hit by a Mack truck. I don't like it. If New Richmond was doing it, anybody's doing it. Just play basketball. Leave the acting to Hollywood. Trey Singer inbound left of the bucket. Inbound to Wolf right on the left block, who lays it up and in. 34-17. 3 minutes and change gone in the third quarter. Moss to Murray near the jump circle to Alder. Bounces it to Armacost to Moss to Alder on the left block working against Manning. Backs his way in. Preston Dykes blocks his shot. Rebound tipped and controlled by Manning. Ball knocked out of his hands, and it will be New Richmond ball. Again, getting it into single digits before the end of the quarter is preferred. Trey Sininger passes ahead to Manning. Up the left sideline to Anthony Wolf. Manning left corner, tries to bounce it to Wolf, and it's a turnover, just a poor pass. Left sideline with the ball is Armacost. Back to Griffin Davis, 34-17. Just about halfway through the quarter. New Richmond scoring 4. Bethel just 2. Armacost at the left elbow to Griffin Davis. Left sideline is Carter Moss. Back to Murray. Setting up the offense. Trey Singer got away with the foul there, honestly. Here's a drive by Murray, stripped as he goes up, and the ball goes out of bounds off New Richmond at the 3:48 mark. Carter Moss to inbound. Bounces to Griffin Davis. He drives against Preston Dykes. We have a whistle and a foul called on New Richmond. I'm just not sure on who. Foul on Preston Dykes, his third. I didn't see Preston anywhere near that particular play, but again, not asked. Foul called. Inbound pass comes to Armacost. Passes to Alder to Murray off the glass. No rebound, tipped in right into the hands of Sininger. Trey ahead to Preston Dykes. Preston tries to get it back to Grant Hess in the lane on the drive, and it's a turnover. Pass ahead to Griffin Davis into the lane to the bucket and off the glass and in. 36-17, 19-point lead. Pass ahead to Grant Hess. And another block called on Alder. Son, you're a flopper. You just got to be honest.
Fouls on Bethel, number 23, Dylan Alder, second personal, second team foul.
Inbounding will be Trey Singer with the Lions down 36-17. 4 points each scored by the Lions and the Tigers. Long delay to get the ball to Trey Sininger. To inbound it to Preston Dykes. He'll spin to the baseline. Up and under with a layup, and it's no good, but he'll shoot a couple. Check Preston out from the free throw line. He is shooting 59.1% from the free throw line.
Third personal, third deep foul at the line for position number 5, Preston Dykes.
Preston's first free throw. Rattles out. Went in about a quarter of the way and just bounced off the backside, then the front side of the rim and falls off. Murray in, Moss into the backcourt, Armacost out. Second free throw is good. 18-point lead for Bethel. Lions will pick up full court. Little zone pressure. With the ball in the backcourt is Broomfield. Is there a 10-second violation? There it is. I was going to say, I thought that was a little bit late, but they did get it. So 36-18. Trying to cut it to 16 or 15. They've had it down to 16 in this half, but 3 minutes left in the quarter. Cohen Manning bounces to Preston Dykes. He'll go up in pressure, or in traffic rather, and kiss it in off the glass to make it 36-20. Timeout's going to be taken by Bethel. Let's see what's going to be a 30 or a full. Full timeout will be taken, so we'll take a timeout as well. Lions trail by 16, 36-20 in the third quarter, back in 60 seconds.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You got to hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose. On the car ride home, all I need to hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play, that my worth isn't determined by my performance, that even on my worst day, I am worthy, that you see me learning, growing, and doing my best. And that is enough.
This message presented by the OHSAA and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back with more third quarter action. 2:51 left in the quarter. Lions trailing 36-20. Picking up 1-2-2 full court zone press. Got a 10-second violation last time. With the ball in the backcourt is Murray. Cross-court pass to Moss into front court to Griffin Davis. Tries to hit a cutting Murray, takes it to the basket and puts it in off the glass. Well, that was Moss. Moss off the glass, 38-20. Trey Singer, double teamed in the backcourt, gets it to Manning. Right sideline, Wolf open for three. That's a little bit short. Grant Hess with the rebound. Grant goes back up in traffic and puts it in. Around the basket, he is really, really strong. Remarkably strong how good he is around the basket. 38-22, 16-point deficit still. Full court man-to-man, our zone pressure broken. Bethel in the front court with the ball in the hands of Carter Moss. Murray has it at the right point. High post. Now left wing with the ball is Armacost. Alder hits a cutting. Griffin Davis can't handle the pass, and that's a turnover right into the hands of Preston Dykes. Passes to Manning. Ahead to Grant Hess, doesn't take the three. Double teamed on the sideline. Cross court to Preston Dykes. Weaving through traffic and runs over a defender. Had Trey Singer up on the sideline, tried to attack and just ran over. I think it was Armacost, I believe. Actually, that was going to be Brumfeld who got hit. Caleb Creech in, Preston Dykes out. Fourth foul on Preston. Leading rebounder to the bench. Brumfield to the bench as well. 38-22 with a minute 35 left in the quarter. Bethel running their offense. Griffin Davis top of the key with the pumpkin. Checked by Manning to Moss. Hands it off to Alder. Alder left wing passes on the block to Murray, and he tries to feed Jack Ladd, who checked in, but he can't handle the pass. It goes off of his hands out of bounds. Turnover to New Richmond with $1:14 left. Chance to cut it to 13, if nothing else, with the main three. Maybe 14 if you can get the deuce to drop, of course. Manning against the 1-2 zone defense. Nobody in the middle. That's the place, of course, to try to attack it. Manning gets the crease at the right elbow. Caleb bounces it out of bounds. Actually, they're going to stay with New Richmond. Say it was tipped out of his hands. Brady Young in, Manning out. Grant Hess to inbound. Free throw line extended right side. 38-22 is your score. Inbound pass goes to Trey. Singer has it at the right point. Passes to Wolf. Wolf to Grant Hess. Near the top of the key area. Left sideline to Brady Young. Left corner Trey Singer for a quick three off the side of the rim. Rebound into the hands of Dylan Alder. Not a bad shot, just not the result Trey was certainly looking for. Moss to Griffin Davis. Checked by Caleb. Dribbles inside the arc and throws it out of bounds, but they're going to say that New Richmond tipped it out. We're going to have a Tyler Bartley sighting. 6'6" senior checks in for Trey Davis. Trey Sininger. Inbounding the ball will be Moss. Throws it way out top to Griffin Davis. Back to Murray. Good looking sophomore player. Murray at the left point. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Down to 12. Murray near the center circle. Lions do get the ball to start the fourth quarter. Bounce it to Griffin Davis at the free throw line. Ball tipped out of his hands by Tyler Bartley. Lions have with 2 seconds left. Grant Hess into the front court and can't get the shot off. And we'll go to the fourth quarter with the Lions trailing 38-22. We'll be back after this timeout on the NR Lions Sports Network. Back for the fourth quarter, 38-22, Lions trailing by 16. Big task to make up a 16-point deficit in one quarter. We've got Brady Young, Tyler Bartley, Caleb Creech, Grant Hess, and Wolf on the court. Anthony Wolf on the court for New Richmond. Lions have the ball. Creech to inbounds to Brady Young. Brady Young, I don't even think has shot tonight, averaging 5.7 points a game. Could use a little help. Anthony Wolf at the left elbow, down the left side of the lane with the drive. Shot off the glass, no, tipped out top to Brady Young, has it. Brady down the right side of the paint himself, back to Caleb Creech, to Grant Hess. Grant's open for a deep three. That's off the side of the rim, rebound into the hands of Murray. Murray loses control of the ball, but is able to tip it in the direction of Carter Moss. Back to Griffin Davis with 30 seconds gone in the third. Lions down big, 16-point deficit. Starters out on the court for Bethel. They're going to pull it out. They're going to let Nick, and then just an unforced error. Owen Murray just let the ball go right off his hands, out of bounds. I thought, they were just going to pass the ball around the zone for a couple minutes until New Richmond came out of it, but that was a good break for New Richmond. 38-22. This team is capable of scoring so much better, but tonight they have struggled. Brady Young quickly into the lane, and a foul is going to be called on Bethel after the Creechster made a three ball, but be a foul. First team foul in the fourth quarter. Brady Young to inbound, gets it to Wolf. Left block, backs outside the arc, back to Young in the left corner. A quick three is way long. Turnover to Bethel. Air ball. Owen Murray with Caleb Creech staring him down. Passes to Alder. Bounce pass to Armacost at the free throw line outside the arc to Murray. Starter set to check back in. A short jumper by Armacost doesn't go. Griffin Davis to the rim with the bucket and the foul. That's going to stretch it out to 18 and possibly 19 points. Going to make it more than a tall order for New Richmond to get back into this game. They went to the half down by 19 and they trail by 18 now. Griffin Davis to convert the three-point play. Comes up short. Rebound tipped right into the hands of Davis. And a foul going to be called on New Richmond. They're going to get Trey Sininger. It was indeed Trey at the 6:37 mark. 18 points down. Lions in a mega hole right now. Griffin Davis has it at the top of the key. Brady Young playing in man-to-man. 6:27 left in the ball game. He'll drive right past Brady to the basket. Left-handed lay-in's good to make it a 20-point lead, largest of the night. Preston Dykes to Grant Hess in the left corner. Back to Manning. Cross court to Trey Sininger. Cross court to Manning, left sideline to Hess. On the block to Preston Dykes, and Armacost tried to pick up the flop and no call. He called for the block. Anthony Wolf in. Brady Young to the bench. Second team foul. Sininger to inbound. Gets it to Preston Dykes to Manning. Back to Grant Hess in the corner left side. Back to Manning. Cross court to Anthony Wolf to Trey Sininger. Double teamed on the sideline. Trey needs help. Tries to wrap around pass and just bounces it into the New Richmond sideline. Bethel inbound in the person of Landon Brimfield. Brimfield. Trey Sininger trying to take Carter Moss to task, but Carter's able to get past him. Bethel up 42-22 with 5:32 remaining in the game. Lions offense has been out of sync, I guess might be a way to describe it tonight. Griffin Davis at the right elbow, just going to dribble back out. We're going to hold the ball for 5 minutes. Moss down the right side of the lane, misses a layup. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Bethel. Brumfield. Caleb Creech going to check in, and Alex Olbrock into the game. Sophomore, getting some playing time tonight. Grant Hess to the sidelines, down by 20, getting some younger players in, which you like to see, but don't like to see at the same time. Pass from Caleb Creech to Wolf is knocked out of bounds by Griffin Davis. Lions maintain possession. Wolf to the Creechster, or to Manning rather. Olbrich at the left point, bounces cross court to Manning. Right sideline, Wolf for three. Off the side of the rim, Caleb Creech with the rebound. Loses control, Olbrich puts it up and misses a layup from the left block. Wolf with the carom, and he is able to finally get it to go down to make it 42-24. I'm sure the Lions will be more disappointed than we are because they know they're capable of playing better. Weaving through traffic is Moss. Throws a wild pass that's off the hands of Murray, and Anthony Wolf has it. He'll take it to the basket and lays it in with the right hand. 42-26 with 4:20 left. Coach is going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Again, Monday night we'll be here for the Mount Healthy ball game. Lions certainly look like they're going to fall to 5-8, barring a 16-point comeback with limited time left on the clock. Thanks for joining me on a Saturday evening. Not the result we wanted to see, obviously. Sure, the Lions will be aggressive and try to get the Tigers to the free throw line at some point, but they've only got 3 team fouls. Creech, Wolf, Manning, Preston Dykes, and who else do we have out there? That will be Olenbrook, excuse me. Get it right. I'll get it figured out here. Alex played a lot at the JV level tonight. Inbound pass comes to Murray. Back to Moss. Checked by Creech, who comes up with the steal. Anthony Wolf to the basket. And another lay-in for Anthony. Makes it 42-28. And Bethel will take a timeout. So the Lions with 4:08 left cut it to 3-point full timeout. A 14-point lead. So we'll take a timeout as well. Lions trying for a late push. They trail 42-28 on the NR Lions Sports Network.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that with the proper equipment, education, conditioning, and coaching, high school sports here in Ohio are safer than ever before. That's something I really love.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Sorry about that. I was talking to the official score for the NR Lions Sports Network. My oldest son, Nick, came over tonight. Get out of the house a bit and do scoring for me. It makes it so much easier for me to call the game when we have somebody doing that. 4:08 left in the contest. Lions cut a 20-point lead down to 14. Might be a little bit too little too late, but you still take the effort and work as hard as you can late in the ball game. Bounce pass inbound goes to Carter Moss. Creech picks him up. Griffin Davis up the right sideline to Armacost. Into the front court. Finally, he gets the ball to Carter Moss. Murray has it. Checked by Wolf to Griffin Davis in the lane. Spin, little turnaround jump shot, falls off the rim. Ball on the ground. Bethel comes up with it. Gets it on the rebound. Ball goes back out to Carter Moss. And then a turnover as they pass right to Cohen Manning. It goes off. He ran. I'm sorry, I've never seen like it. He ran into the official. He ran up the right sideline, got picked off. Thankfully, was able to get it to New Richmond. So inbounding the ball will be the Lions. Looks like it'll be Olenbrook will inbound it. Allenbrook, rather. Gets to Wolf, the left wing. Anthony outside the arc, 42-28 your score. Pass it to Caleb Creech. 3:25 left in the game. Preston Dykes, high post right side. Pass it to Caleb, baseline jumper right side. Goes down. The Creester makes it 42-30. 3:15 left in the game. Armacost has it up the left sideline. Passes back to Carter Moss. Caleb in defense. Griffin Davis has it. Cohen Manning on Griffin Davis. Hands it to Moss. Moss has his pass tipped out of bounds by Wolf, trying to get it to a cutting Murray. Good defense, actually. Olenbrook out there, getting some minutes. Grant Hess getting a little less playing time tonight, but Lions actually like the effort here in the second half. Well, it's a lot to ask. A couple games in 2 nights, and a little bit of wear and tear maybe showing on the Lions. That looked like a foul by Caleb Creech. It doesn't get called. Armacost has it. Gets it to Moss in the right corner. And I think we're going to foul finally called on New Richmond. And it was on Caleb. I thought I got away with a couple there. With the 2:38 mark, Lions down by 12. 42-30 is your score. Moss to inbound. Finally is able to get into Alder. Hits a cutting Griffin Davis, goes out of bounds off of New Richmond. 2:35, Lions down 42-30. Need 4 threes just to put that in perspective to get tied. And they've struggled to hit those tonight for sure. Inbound pass is tipped and stolen by Caleb. Caleb to the basket. Fouled on the shot attempt by Carter Moss, who for some reason gives an incredulous look like, what did I do? Well, you hacked the guy going to the rim. My wife said that's a blocking call on the official. It was. Caleb at the line to shoot a couple. First free throw, good. 42-31, at least get it to a 10-point lead. What the heck, you take your chances at that point. Caleb with the second free throw coming, shot up. Good. Caleb has played well tonight for sure. 42-32, 2:31 left in the game. Caleb all over Carter Moss, and he gets called for a foul. 14 foul. Next one puts Bethel at the line, and I'm sure that's what coach is trying to get to. Inbounding the ball, I think, is Griffin Davis. He does get it into Moss. Creech all over him, double teamed in the backcourt, and he's called for a charge as he takes Creech to the ground. New Richmond with a great late push to make it a 10-point lead. Now they get the ball back. 42-32, down by just 10. Still a 5-possession game if you just make twos, but hey, you know, you keep working, do what you can. Preston Dykes get the inbound pass on the right baseline. Hits the cutting creaster at the rim, and the ball takes a long time to roll around and finally drop to make it 42-34, 8-point lead. Griffin Davis gets the inbound pass, races into the front court, trying to draw a foul. Doesn't get the call. It's a lot of acting there. And we've got a whistle and a timeout taken. 2:05 left in the game, and New Richmond with a 8-point deficit now. Running short on time, but you're giving it a good effort, right? 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here and remind you once again, Monday night we'll be back at it. Mount Healthy comes calling. 7:30 tip. We'll have pregame for you at 7:20 or so. Might come up and try to do the JV game. I enjoy doing that today. Those young men work hard, and it'd be nice to get them as much airtime as we possibly can. Bethel, I've been surprised they've been so aggressive trying to get it to the bucket. I'd be making the Richmond Fire to get to the free throw line. Let's see how they shoot free throws as a team here. Got the stats from the website. As a team, pretty darn good team, shooting 67.9% from the free throw line. Griffin Davis at 70%, Carter Moss at 90. That's 90.5. Owen Murray 68. Armacost at 55. So if you want to foul somebody, I'd be hacking Armacost. He's inbounding the ball to Griffin Davis at the basket, turnaround jump shot, and he gets a kind roll over the front of the rim. That was a good play right there. 1:55 left in the ball game. Cohen Manning passes ahead to Anthony Wolf. 34-44. And the bad pass by Wolf is leading to a breakaway for Bethel, and that should about do it. Murray lays it in with 1:42 to make it a 12-point lead. Wolf has it, right elbow, back outside the arc. Passes to Manning. Lions down by 12 now. And pass is tipped out of bounds, trying to get to Caleb Creech. Inbound pass comes to Manning with 1:30 left. He gets it to Creech, to Preston Dykes in the right corner. Cohen Manning at the right point. Passes to Uhlenbrook in the paint. Back out to Wolf for three. That's a bit strong. Rebound to Griffin Davis. Griffin Davis is fouled as he crosses the timeline. He'll shoot two. Again, a 70.9% free throw shooter. Lions most likely going to fall to 5 and 8 after this loss tonight. This is technically not a league game since they play out of the American, I believe it is, and the Tigers out of the National. With the win, Bethel's going to improve to 12 and 5 on the season. Davis at the free throw line. little bit strong on the first. Stays a 12-point lead with 1:13 remaining. Davis has the ball, looking to shoot the second. Shot up and good. That makes it 47-34. 13-point lead. Davis out. Pretty good ball game for him tonight. He's got 12 plus 10, 22 points on the night. Caleb Creech, right sideline. Hits Manning at the right block, spins. Back outside the arc to Creech with the pump fake, the baseline jumper. A short. Rebound pulled down by Bethel with 58 seconds left. Caleb Creech comes up and knocks it out of the hands of the offensive player, Broomfield. Murray crosses into the front court for Bethel. 51 seconds left, and Creech picks up the foul. 15 foul will send to the free throw line Carter Moss, shooting 90.5% from the line. 47-34. Lions got it down to 8, but an untimely turnover, a made bucket, and Bethel Tate's going to come away with the win tonight. Cloyd in, Creech out. Lions stuck on the win total from last year, which I believe was 5 as well. Hopefully we can get over the hump. There's a made free throw. Monday night against Mount Healthy. Some late subs in. And the Schultain in. Saw him in the JV game. Carter Moss, second free throw is good to make it 15-point lead with 51.2 seconds remaining in the ball game. We'll wrap this one up pretty quickly as the old Pipes have had a lot of work tonight. This afternoon, third game. Dykes to Cloyd, back to Preston. In the paint to Manning, right sideline. Three ball is good. Newman-Brook with the shot. 49-37. But with just 30-some seconds left, the outcome of this game is not in question. Well, that second quarter was the bane of the Lions tonight, only scoring 4 points in that quarter, just 4 points. Inbound pass to Schultain. Oh, we got another sophomore signing as Mesner's in the game. I'm sorry, Mersman. 20 seconds left. New Richmond backing off just a bit. No fouling as you're down by 12 with 15 seconds left. And a late whistle. I think that's going to be Preston Dykes' 5th foul. And I'll bring off the New Richmond sideline. Tyler Bartley. Preston struggled with foul trouble tonight, and it kept him out of this game in the first half, and that hurt the team for sure. Schultain in the free throw line to shoot a couple. 49-37 your score. 12.3 seconds left. Don't worry about that. He's not on the roster. Oh, there he is right there, Schultain. Thanks to Nicholas for keeping score for me tonight. Second free throw is good. Make it 51-37. That should about do it for Bethel scoring. Manning. Pass to Newman-Brook. Back to Manning to Wolf with 4 seconds left. Wolf. Deep three as the buzzer is about to sound. That rattles out, and that will be the ball game. 51-37 is your final score. Lions fall. We'll take a timeout and come back to wrap this one up on the NR Lions Sports Network.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports?